Hey guys, sorry I'm standing here working on supper. I was asked to join a collaboration that Two Family Homestead has been doing this week, asking folks to join in on making a holiday dessert, one of their favorite holiday desserts. Well, my friend from Pretty Girl Nano Farms is the one that asked me to join in on it, which Cher from the Two Family Homestead asked for anybody to, join in on it, which she was targeting people that's not been doing Facebook very long. So I was very appreciative of that and the heart that she has behind all of that. And actually this morning I started making a carrot cake that I needed to make for my husband's work dinner that they're having tomorrow. This is a cake that I really, really, really love, and I love it so much that I will eat it up myself, and so it's not going to be in my house very long because I'll eat it, then I shouldn't. And there's nothing healthy about this cake. It was actually, I found it in an article that was comparing a healthier recipe for carrot cake versus this recipe for carrot cake. And so I made my cakes this morning, and they flopped. And the bad part about it all is what happened to them. They actually didn't flop too bad because they're still very good. The flavor's very great and edible and everything. But I think is what happened is where we moved, I think if anybody's watched any of our videos, we've moved this past year. And our stuff was all in a storage container that we had here on the property from December to May. And I'm thinking, because I had my bulk baking powder in there, I'm thinking my baking powder got messed up and it caused my cakes to they just sunk straight in the middle. I had said on the video, I'm trying to remember the things I had said that go along with the latter part that I videoed later, so that you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to those parts. But I had said earlier that I love to bake, and that especially cakes, desserts, and those type of things. And I love to bake bread, but my friend Linda that's over at the Pretty Girl Nano Farms, she bakes a lot, and you can tell she really likes to bake, and she bakes a lot of breads, and I like watching her do it. I like making bread myself, but it's just, sweets is what I've been around more, because where I did make cakes for my daughter's weddings, I made their wedding cakes. I've made different birthday cakes for the grandkids and different family members and such. So, cake baking's been a big thing for me, and then this one just totally flopped. Well, that wasn't everything that happened to me today. I baked my cakes. I got them out of the oven. We're having a pretty day here, so I wanted to hurry up and get outside because I had several things I needed to get done. And like I said, on one of these little clips that I'll be sending out to you, I should have just videoed what I did outside today. It would have probably been better, but I wanted to do this for this collaboration because I appreciate, being asked, and even what Two Family Homestead's going through to get it put on a playlist and all that kind of good stuff. And I just wanted to keep my word. And but today outside we had cut down 2 trees that I needed to haul off brush and get the wood that we had cut up to burn put in a pile where I made a place for us to stack our firewood and stuff like that today. Get it up off the ground in a place where it'll stay dry and all that kind of good stuff. And I had to cut the hooves on my goats today and just random things outside today. I'll go to get on my lawnmower because I wanted to mulch up some leaves to throw on my garlic bed, and I had a flat, and you'll hear a little more about that in this video. And I just had to, and I got to where I had to stop my video, stop, and start. And it was a nerve-wracking day. But then, to take it all came down to this point. I sat down just a minute ago so that I could start editing this video, and I accidentally deleted the first part of it where I actually made the cake. So, with that being said, I am going to put the recipe on here, whether I put it on the screen or I don't know how I'll do that, but I will put the recipe on here, and it's a very delicious cake, even though mine looks really rustic. And that's what I told my husband. I said, I meant to do that. But I didn't mean to do that, and then it turned out pretty rough. But the people that it's going to know me real well, and they know how I am and all that kind of good stuff, so they'll get a kick out of it themselves. And I'm glad at this point, because I've had a rough day. I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really tired. And it's been a very productive day. You know, when you get these few days in between when it comes to things you can get done before cold weather again, when it's pretty, you want to get as much done as you can. And I tend to really wear myself out when I do that. And but I did get a lot accomplished. I'm glad of that. And I got my lawnmower fixed, so that I mowed part of the yard, and I didn't get my garlic covered, but I think we might have another pretty day one day this week, Wednesday, I think. So I'll get it all done. It's just a matter of time. I apologize for this video. I ask you to forgive me, because I really have tried today, and it seems like the harder I've tried today, the worse things got today. But I guess everybody has those days, and I'm trying to look at the bright side. So if nothing else, you'll get maybe a little laugh out of it, I hope. But thank you again. I want to thank again Linda, and I thank Sherry again too for doing these collaborations, people to be in these collaborations and stuff, because it is beneficial, and I appreciate it a great deal. You know, get excited about these type of things. Whether you're on the side of wanting to learn or wanting to teach, I think you need to be on both sides for that matter in these type of things, because for me, I know I want to share everything I possibly can, and know I actually picked a bad time of year to actually start doing this, because we've had so much going on this past spring and everything, but maybe it wasn't a good idea, but it would have made some good videos if I'd been able to do them, building fences and, you know, the whole 9 yards, getting this place set up, and gardening, canning. I missed all the canning. I got all that done before I ever started YouTube, so that was kind of a little bit bad timing. It being winter, here you are doing more things in the house. But I'm a very outdoorsy person. I'll be having more stuff outside than in, you know, especially as the weather permits better and gets better. But I hope you like my video. I ask you to try some of my other videos, and understand that I am new to YouTube, so therefore their quality ain't the greatest, and I'm learning as time goes on, getting a little better. Today was the worst one yet, so but it's all fun. So anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. I picked the wrong day to try to make a cake and get other things done too. We're having a pretty day today, so I had a lot of things I needed to get done. I would have been better off videoing things I've been doing today, because I had to cut my billy goat's hooves today. That would have been a good one to do. And I've cleared out some brush where we cut a couple trees down and fixed us up a place to where we can stack our wood, and made it to where I'm going to add me a lean shed over top of it, so it'll stay dry. I should have done all that, but then I got to get on the lawnmower after doing all that, so I can mulch up some leaves to go throw on my garlic. And I have a flat tire, and I didn't realize it till I go to turn and back up, and when I did that, part of it came off the rim, so it's not just a matter of blowing up the tire now. So that didn't go well. But what took the cake, literally, is this. I got my cakes out of the oven before I went out to do all this, and they all sunk right in the middle. Which I told my husband, because you know he's been bragging about this cake, wanting to take it to work, and I said, well, you shouldn't have been bragging on the cake. But anyway, I think what happened is over the winter, you know, we just moved here, and we finally got our stuff out of the storage container that we had in May, and it had been in there from December to May. And I'm thinking I had some bulk baking powder in there, and I'm thinking that may have ruined my baking powder. Probably got too cold and then maybe too hot too, I don't know. But I'm figuring that's what happened. It still tastes good. I'm still going to send it like it is. It'll just have to be not as pretty. But there's 3 layers of this, and they all turned out pretty much like that. So there it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my icing is going to be. And it's mostly like about any cream cheese icing. I don't do something to mine that calls for it in a lot of recipes. But you take your cream cheese, you take a half a cup, sorry I couldn't see good, a half a cup of softened butter in your thing, and 1 block of cream cheese, which is already in here, and 4 cups of powdered sugar. I'm using a little less than 4 cups just because these sunk like they did. I don't want them to be more icing than they are cake now. So I did 3, but it calls for 4. And it also calls for a teaspoon of vanilla. But I want to challenge you on something there. I have, you know, just about every cream cheese recipe calls for vanilla. Well, to me, I prefer the taste more of the cream cheese, and I don't add the vanilla. So next time you make a cream cheese icing for anything. Okay, here's my ugly cake with a big hole in the middle. I'm sending it like it is. I ain't going to worry about it. These people know me, so they know that this ain't a normal me. And they'll get a kick out of it. But I got to thinking about something. I want to challenge you guys through these holiday seasons. You know how you got these stories of trying to do good for your mother-in-law and so and so and so and so. Well, I want to challenge everybody to take a picture of their biggest blunder through the holidays with their cooking, or it don't even have to be cooking, just whatever. Whether it's even got anything to do with mother-in-laws or nothing, or just being clumsy or whatever. Just, you know how they have the ugly, the ugly sweater for Christmas? We'll have the ugliest messed up holiday food. I would say dessert, but I don't want to limit it to that. So that's what I challenge everybody to come out with some things after the holidays that shows what they've messed up on. So it makes me feel better that I ain't the only one. Anyways, God bless again, and I'll see you later. Bye. I got to thinking. I was sitting here licking my bowl. And I got to thinking. I sat here and I told you folks how I like to decorating cakes and baking, and how I made my kids' wedding cakes and all that fun stuff. And then this happened. That's hilarious. I think it's really hilarious. But I'm glad I can laugh about it, because I've sure had enough things today that would keep me from laughing. But I'm going to lick my bowl. I think that's what helped me laugh. Anyway, I'll leave you alone again. I sound like Columbo. If anybody's ever seen Columbo, he was leaving 500 times before he finally left. So, this is my final time. Just remember, on this crazy day, I enjoyed licking the bowl. Okay, I figured it out. It's a rustic cake. That's what I'll call it. Rustic cake. I meant to do that.